Okay, Abusia Kevin Taylor Ababe Robishe NPP press conference about a year fight against John Dramani Mahama over the removal of a year Chief Justice. And yedikan the brem sa ne 7 appointee our appointee a year Supreme Court judges no Abusia NPP Amanuku say omo ba be demonstration against John Dramani Mahama na omo dia CV Ghana ye democracy. Na we ena Godfred Dame Kevin Taylor a year 2024 no Godfred Dame ede ensembi eba betuja ebusia mama me ready ensema ode babetuja eye Godfred Odame say appointment of more Supreme Court judges will ensure effective justice delivery. Former Attorney General Godfred Odame Etro Babontin say omu hear more a year appointment of Supreme Court judges. And first of all, no, nasa time no, a year Chief Justice Tukunu Akufo Addo say on appointed 7 and as 5 judges be. Akufo Addo say on appointed some 5 member judges be non-form membra a Supreme Court. So now we and our Godfred Dame so a true way editor said the Chief Justice a requesting a yes pepe. Into way NHS Kevin Taylor are all blasted a year NPP minority are say Godfred Dame Crampono ne supports Bibia HSA or support John Dramani Mahama or catch and say on appointing more judges. Inti adinti na afi omo NPP Amanuku no omo ba be fight against John Dramani Mahama na Godfred Dame former Attorney General Agiatu said John Dramani Mahama eye ne kwan so ano no or appointing more judges into a year Supreme Court na sa judges na omo ho no omo delay affairs of the what Supreme Court cases no inti na busuya sisi an Godfred Odame nense mo kan no ni na akire say will betray a year after your markings. Ne a year Chief Justice Tukunu. Adrian Paul ma former person of the fight against a year John Dramani Mahama. Former Attorney General on one kasa accept to Wajiatu H. John Dramani Mahama say or no and appointing more judges. Into 7 judges now were appointing and no crash. Abusuyamu yankona yankonkuti and Sema a course. So Kevin Taylor.
Sorry, the sound was off. The video you listened to, in your marking. The first part of the video is not it's not important. Don't worry yourself. In your marking was speaking on the latter part. He was speaking on President John Mahama electing 7 judges to the Supreme Court. Now, in your marking him say MPP for Jimmy. Or you say MPP followers, no, they don't read, they don't think deep, they don't basically follow issues. After marking notes say majority of the MPP followers, no, the way I also ultimate junior asamu kwe now ucha asama echem edebet so and the asam hono. They know say MPP the followers are not deep enough to understand that. It's what he tried to do to say. Now they have a problem with the president nominating 7 judges to the Supreme Court. Now, there's one thing that they have stayed away from. So we study NPP for conversation about the new judges who have been, at the end of the day, nominated or moved to the Supreme Court. The NPP, a single fault for any of the judges. You know why? The reason is that they know said judges na John Mahama appointed omono. Sa judges they are cut for the job. They are the right judges who are supposed to be the Supreme Court. And if MPP of all parties, Omotimaka judges nomination, but they could not cite one statement against any of the judges and say, where you end this where they because of the reason Tina for the court Supreme Court. They know for a fact to say, 7 judges, they are all cut for the job. In fact, to be very fair, they are all better than Madam Tokonu. They know. But they have stayed away from that conversation. They have stayed away from the credibility of the 7 judges. All that they are doing is they are selling messenger ebema omu base na sebio dodo na adwene form no to think say they are doing something good. Now, my mention idea. You see today the NPP they have a problem with They have a problem with John Mahama nominating 7 judges. Before I go to the person mechano, remember, I showed you this table. This is when NPP were in power. From Akuffo all the way to Akuffo. And the Oba Ghana Supreme Court, this is the picture. This is how it looks. So technically, this is an NPP Supreme Court. The NPP as a political party, they see nothing wrong with this. They believe, say, these judges are supposed to be there for them. And Madam Torkorno is supposed to be the icing on the cake. She needs to sit up there and be electing or appointing these judges to protect some of them when they are caught by the law. So the reason why they are screaming today, making so much noise, is all because they know, say, the court that they know belongs to them. No, today the court is becoming neutral. There are more judges who are independent-minded. They are coming to join the NPP squad to make decisions or sit on cases to do what? To help Ghana. So, you need to understand why the NPP are making noise. You need to understand why today they are screaming all over the place. Now, maybe show the reason why. Every single Ghanaian must be very careful. Listening to the NPP. The NPP is a diabolic party. Also, and there are more problem with the president nominating 7 people. Shadie, we were in this country all the way in May. Sorry. We were in this country. Let's go back a little bit. You understand. You remember this letter? This letter was written to Nana Addo Akuffo by Torkorno, Chief Justice, and the our suspension. Mokai. Date is 30th of May 2024. This letter, na Madam Torkorno, catch Akuffo say, or was said to be or pese Akuffo the Omoba Supreme Court. We were here. The Chief Justice actually wrote a letter to the President, Akuffo. This is under NPP time. Remember, every time you hear the NPP speak about the judiciary, they are termites. Don't listen to them. And this is why they don't like this platform. Yeah? Madam Torkorno letter or propose say Nana Addo Akuffo appointed 5 judges on no pel massam and from Supreme Court. Now these 5 judges, May 2024, Madam Torkorno Akuffo judges near her ladyship Justice Angela Mensah. His Lordship Justice Eric Che Bafo, Unim Che Bafo. Yes, sa judge na otna NCA case so the cocaine missing judge judge no tina cocaine case we say daddy kokunte no judge no so on the warrant atom so time odi NCA case we no obey the favorite judge to Akuffo and to the Chief Justice. They wanted to find a way to get him to the Supreme Court. They thought to say before they leave power, they were supposed to move Che Bafo to the Supreme Court. So they slotted Che Bafo in the list. His Lordship Justice Edward Amwakwa Sante, her ladyship Justice Pamela C.A. Cranting, and her ladyship Justice Efia Asariboche. Efia Asariboche, and so the judge na ote ato forcing any jakpa case in the They wanted to move all these judges to the Supreme Court. Madam Torkorno, yet one day, ye need baby free, and not letter come for say, for 5 judges when you are breme. And when you look at all these judges, you could see clearly some of them, the job they have done for the NPP. You could see clearly a Juma Oma Ye Ama NPP. So you could see it was a whole NPP setter. Nanka Madam Torkorno or pese or the kasa set we hu. So don't get this twisted. Sa 5 na Torkorno edebano not or the beka set we hu. Now Madam Torkorno edi sa 5 judges na or propose Ediame Akuffo no na or pese or the beka sa set we hu. All under Akuffo. This was what they were doing. Now Shadibi Madam Torkorno extra letter way ekoma eye Nana Akuffo. Surprisingly, na Godfred dame and na eye dien ono na eye Attorney General of Ghana. He was the Attorney General. Anamebwa. Eti Madam Torkorno trust our proposal and koma eye dien ekoma eye Akuffo say on for 5 judges in the Supreme Court no. Attorney General no had to write an opinion say openeso and answer on peneso. Mokai. That was when the Attorney General or Bekachre Ghana for say appointment of more Supreme Court judges will ensure effective justice delivery. Date show 8th July 2024. Enti Madam Torkorno actual letter come Akuffo May say move 5 judges and babe can the way you know after 12 no. Attorney General, who is an NPP Attorney General, actually wrote an opinion to support Madam Torkorno's decision to bring 5 judges to the Supreme Court. The Attorney General actually wrote a letter, a 19-page letter supporting Madam Torkorno, and the reason why they were supporting Madam Torkorno say for 5 more judges and the Akuffo and can the say or say sir judges now ye move on, it will ensure effective justice delivery. In the end of the say President for Fraba now we're nominating and now we judge for 7 at the Supreme Court. Is it not the same as that president trying to ensure effective justice delivery? What Godfred and the NPP were defending in 2024, how can it be bad in 2025? Now, the most interesting thing is, majority of Ghanaians did not take their time. Say, the NPP leadership, problem say followers in Jimmy. They can't read. They don't understand. They are daft. And until JB Danko Frey NPP supporters say, they are the foolish masses. Because all of them said, do na the NPP chino and kinkai, oma juni form, omu yenkurase for. Almost said anti-politics, I say. And that is the strategy Afenyo can offer into a demonstration to protect his girlfriend, but he's using the NPP piglets because they are not deep to understand the agenda behind the demonstration. Now let's get into the statement now. The Attorney General, those times come our president say, of what Torkorno 5 judges now person promoter no Godfred letter say of so. Now letter now Ochokome Akuffo no sa opinion no it was a 19-page opinion. Now what kind of opinion about say NPP is a diabolic party. So the same NPP today are screaming and telling us say Adentina John Mahama and nominated 7 judges to the Supreme Court. But they were the same NPP in 2024 supporting Madam Torkorno and telling the president say the proposal na Torkorno ayete you have 5 judges in Kono, it is in order, all because say yes sana we will ensure effective justice delivery. Adentra I want to see more judges in 2024. The NPP led by Godfred, that foolish idiot no, the NPP led by Godfred as the Attorney General no, or catch the Ghana for say Nana do Danko Akuffo and Torkorno and for more judges in Supreme Court because it will ensure effective justice delivery. Now, young court report I'm in show DB. So, P. Monday so could the NPP chia on your cramaya now in Nchi. Omu so with Jimmy. They see majority of their followers as very dumb and stupid. Let me show you this. You see this document? Sorry. So, this is the story, no? This is some of the highlights of the story. Maybe I may read the report natural. The Attorney General has backed the Chief Justice's request for the appointment of 5 more justices to the Supreme Court. Okay, story now, and this story is on Joy News. Take your time and go read. According to Godfred, the move will minimize delays, reduce unnecessary expenses, and contribute to the overall efficient administration of the Apex Court. Mrs. Gertrude Torkorno, the Chief Justice, had in a letter dated 30th of May 2024 addressed to the President, Nana Danko Akuffo, recommended the appointment of 5 justices to the Supreme Court. The judges recommended in the letters are blah, 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 blah. So, the moment Torkorno this letter by Attorney General wrote a report, an opinion and supported it, seconded it. The reason you say, Ebebwa amenya efficient delivery system. This is less than 5 months ago. This is less than a year ago. This was under Akuffo. This was under Afenyo. This was under NPP chairman. This was under Godfred. This is under the NPP so-called lawyers. This was under the Ghana Bar Association. This is under the so-called stupid intellectuals sitting on TV like Kofi Bento and the likes. They knew this. So why do we have a problem with the president ensuring effective delivery system by nominating 7 judges? Why is it wrong today, but it was right yesterday? Even yesterday, the Attorney General actually supported it with an opinion. Let me read the opinion in show. Into who say 7 judges in the Krampona, John Mahama nominating. It's not enough to me, it's not enough because we are going by the Attorney General's opinion in 2024. No? If we want to go by Godfred Dami's opinion, then it means we need more judges. In fact, so we reading the opinion now. Or see, Nana Danko Akuffo, moving judges in 20. In the opinion, 19-page opinion. Go and read it. Godfred Dami kache Akuffo and Torkorno say it will even be better to move the judges at a Supreme Court to 20 because it will help us to ensure effective justice delivery. So they were planning that before Akuffo leaves office, they wanted to have 19 NPP judges. Today, these same people are going on demonstration. Why are they going on demonstration? Because followers is Jimmy. Afenyo Markin is fighting. He's fighting for his beloved. Afenyo Martin is fighting for his girlfriend situation. Afenyo Markin is dying to save his relationship, and he's using the MPP because Jimmy. Now let's go into the opinion. Now look at this. You see the opinion? This is the opinion. And it's a document that is public document. Messi Afenyoma Kemone MPP for no. Omunim say MPP for 99% omu Jimmy Omajuni wo form. They know say they cannot reason. They cannot think. They know the party. They have read the party. They have analyzed them. Omunim say the party itself, the people following the party are not critical thinkers. They know they are daft in analyzing real critical issues. Into what they do is they always feed them like chicken. Bro, no more so. And into obi to say abronye etumi regional chairman. And into chairman want to me is confident. Say in kokode dosu obetuma be the national chairman. That is the danger we are in. And if you want to hand power to a political party that sees its followers as chicken, as dead brain, as people who cannot think beyond their level of thinking, then it means we are going to make the greatest mistake in our history. Now, Yen Reedy, Attorney General Godfred Dami's opinion on Torkorno proposing 5 judges in less than 6 months ago to Akuffo to move them to the Supreme Court. And today, 7 judges are wrong. Mahama is a bad man. Mahama wants to destroy this nation. Now, let's read this document. I'm going to make it easy for every single Ghanaian. Let me enlarge it on the screen so that the neighbor who they me reading no na or giant being kujina baby, a baby kujina baby say Kevin Taylor or better now only media. I will never speak on this platform without having the facts. Nobody should listen to the MPP or with Jimmy, majority of them. Afenyo Markin is just doing politics with them or they're almost saving the relationship. He sees the MPP as foolish. Now, this is a document. Office of the Attorney General and the Ministry of Justice. D7 SF.26. That's the stamp of the presidency. Showing say it was received on the 2nd of May. Now, Saosha Nana Bedietu Asante, Secretary to the President. Brief on the need for minimum number of 20 judges on the Ghana Supreme Court. Where your Attorney General's opinion to the President Akuffo. Or see, brief on the need for minimum number of 20 judges on the Ghana's Supreme Court. Into Godfred Dami as the Attorney General and Akuffo. He suggested say, even the 5 now, Madam Torkorno de Bana, still we will not get to the 20. We need more. Now you get it. It will read the caption now. Now when you go to the 2nd paragraph, I don't want to bore you. It's a long document, but there are some parts you highlight a person who they go for damage. These MPP people, they know all about this. So they are pretending to say Jimmy. They're going on demonstration. These are dangerous people. In fact, let me try and read the first paragraph and read the part now. Yeah, the line, 2nd line, read na fahono. Respectfully, by a correspondence reference as blah 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 blah, dated 18th March 2024. Headed as above, the Secretary to the President seeks the input and perspective of the Attorney General and the Minister for Justice on a brief submitted by the Chief Justice of Ghana, Justice Gertrude Araba Isaba Saki Torkorno, to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, dated the 21st of February 2024. Inti, Godfred Dami, time our second letter no Jubilee House, say, Madam Torkorno propose 5 judges. Now on for meka 12 no no. Eye president Addo through his secretary. Actual letter come out Godfred Dame say, "Wo na ye aban lawyer panyini. Wo dwene ho saying." And aban lawyer panyini responded to the decision Torkorno is taking. The caption is say, "Ono krampo de ye hia more than 20." Now, our reasons obe breaking it down actually at the kudientia to ono attorney general no 5 na Torkorno dia Akuffo adokra esa. Inti uridia now ba the second part na yedi read na fa hona. This is what it says. Uridia, this is what it says. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. S. The brief, a copy of which was attached to the correspondence and a reference, proposed an increase in the number of justices of the Supreme Court from the conventional not fewer 15 justices to 20 justices. So Godfred Dame brief now on Sunday, responding to Madam Torkorno's proposal that was sent to the president. Godfred Dame was rather telling the president, say, Torkorno the Nipa 5 pen aba. And Nipa 5 required they say, so you're moving beyond 20. That was the plan of the NPP Attorney General. Now, young go into the wagon. Now, young share exactly what they said. Young go in him. You write a document in him. You remember na fair. Anytime Joseph from Monday, what be the NPP chair demonstration? Sebio. Why do you fee? Why do you need fee? Where Jimmy? They are using you. Now, here, when you read the document, you get to this part where Godfred Dame, the response, the opinion on get to Torkorno or suggests a Nipa 5, young from Supreme Court. Cheba for a lady now, or judicial secretary, no, and other 3 people. Or suggests say on the judicial secretary, no, you have the secretary go Supreme Court. Never Cheba for Kahon, never Nipa Miensan Kahon. That is what Torkorno suggested to Akuffo. And a Godfred Dame can say, yes. We credit sir. Your moving number no Supreme Court anchor 20 because we need to ensure there's enough judges in the Supreme Court to sit on cases. Intusha justification provided by the Chief Justice for an expansion of the membership of the Supreme Court. And here page 2. Uridia Chief Justice Emma justifications. In fact, so Uridi a proposal no. Let Chief Justice come Akuffo now, or the data count the number of judges in the Supreme Court, the number of judges around the country, the reason why our case is sent to me in contempt. Those were some of the reasons Madam Torkorno Jina Swa Godfred Dame support here. And the reasons of Jina say we don't have enough judges. We don't have enough judges to take care of a lot of cases. Cases ni buya so there are less judges to take care of cases. Judges ni buya performing other duties at lower court. They have to go to the appeals court to go do some job. So we need more judges in the Supreme Court. These were part of some of the reasons in tia. Now Madam Torkorno eka say for 5 more judges. Enka Akuffo 13 judges no. Now, Maminko inside, that means you be ready. Now, uko page 3 of the document. And now, the documenter, Madam Torkorno. Madam Torkorno, any Godfred Dame, support ya. In Torkorno, any Godfred Dame, this is Godfred Dame's statement. I say, the man is supporting Torkorno, ni. Now, oba siyawa, let me enlarge it. Na me no one kind. Sene be fe na Ghana fo nyina be hu se no credit edi no ha. So we study Godfred Dame in the support to Torkorno the proposal na. Udru the first, second, third, fourth paragraph na ye the read afa na ti asem yo kan ho. Godfred Dame munti asem bia the former Attorney General e kan ho. In view of the realities of the workload and output of work at the Supreme Court and the need for the court to appropriately serve the justices' needs of the country and ensure the speedy resolution of cases, the Chief Justice requested the President to consider the appointment of additional justices to the Supreme Court to bring the number of justices of the Supreme Court to 20. Now, go to the next paragraph. Or say, this will enable the constitution of 3 undisturbed panels of 5 justices and 2 panels of 7 or 9 justices to work on any set of cases to reduce the specter of constantly reconstituted panels and its effect on pre-hearing conferences and post-hearing conferences. The Godfred can say, in summer, Madam Torkorno Jina so ka say, Yamfa 5 judges and count and the Akuffo Bawumia say, judges in the yawo judges are what say ya chichem na ebitran nsam so ne ebiso etumi on standby ebitumi etumi etna den cases are pending or see there is a reason why on pro there and also just to say Madam Torkorno asemo ka no trodo no say yemfa nko judges ni ko 20 ne say o gidi says judges omo court no omo ndoso into Akuffo emfa 5 more judges emfa mbeka Supreme Court judges no na omombeyen 17. Remember, judges are Madam Torkorno suggested say Akuffo form bra Godfred the Attorney General then as support here no na onwan kasa the secretary ka ho na Justice Chebafo cocaine case or tena so dani konkonte irae na ka ho 3 other judges who were all Judge Otna Atofos in case so no ka. These are judges Torkorno saw them said they have delivered. So you see, send the NPP for a press conference catcher say John Mahama nominated 7 judges. Abraham no Omoka say we needed more judges in the Supreme Court no. Now in the Omo Daniel Omo demonstration Omo Tiasia. You need to understand that there's something wrong with them. And don't blame the leadership. Blame the NPP followers because they are ignorant. Jimmy, they use them. Now, young document they are not even supposed to have a press conference. The moral right, they are not even supposed to. Just say, it isn't a press conference. This is under NPP. They said we needed more judges. In fact, they said we needed over 20. A minimum of 20. Meaning they can go as far as 30 as a maximum. That was what they were planning on doing. Now, Shadie. So we're page 3. When you go to the next page, which is page 4 and 5. Shadie Godfred Etroye. That is the opinion or the supported Madam Torkorno's decision. Mamian Laji ni nyina into making kind na otwin baby nkasa Kevin Tile twantra to bi so. So we read 4 and 5 now. This is what Godfred said in support of Torkorno bringing 5 judges to the Supreme Court. And they have a problem with the president nominating 7 to support what they supported. Today the MPP have an issue with the president bringing 7 to the Supreme Court to support what Godfred Akuffo and the NPP supported. The president is basically fulfilling the NPP, what the NPP wants. The president is fulfilling their omo panel. Today they are saying the president is a bad man. Today they are saying the president wants a 3rd term. We had the president who sat for just 8 years or appointed 13 Supreme Court judges. Before he was leaving office, he wanted to add 5. His target was to make it over 20. That person, he did not say he wanted a 3rd term. Anytime I say, we mu MP for me in Chabwa. Now, let's read the page 4 and 5. Page 4 and 5 from this what the Attorney General said. Mr. P. Okay, you want me to go with this, that, Mr. S. All right, I can go with this. All right. This was in 2024. All right, thank you. I'll take care of it. Thank you, Mr. S. Now, you're reading this part of the opinion, the supporting opinion from Godfred the Attorney General and the NPP from Somoko omoko demonstration. Now read here. This is what it says. Come. I'm waiting for a document. Besides, I'm waiting for one document to come through. Then I can read this. One second, guys. My team, they are moving some things to me. I'm trying to get them. All right, Mr. I have it now. All right, thank you. Now, so read here. This is what the document says. We are from Godfred, NPP Attorney General. Even though Clause 1 of Article 128 of the Constitution stipulates a minimum of 10 justices, including the Chief Justice, for the Supreme Court, the number of justices for the court is not capped. Utie the Attorney General's opinion. Or see, even though Constitution say, and Kenya bear 10 judges, including the Chief Justice, at least a reasonable. Godfred defending Madam Torkorno's position and defending Akuffo's actions, moving over 13 judges within 8 years. Godfred say, even though the Constitution, at clause 1 of Article 128, say it will be good for us to keep 10 judges in the Supreme Court when adding the Chief Justice. Godfred say, the number of justices for the court is not capped. Or see, even the Constitution can use 10, never Chief Justice can 11. Or see, even the Constitution akasa and Jinamo Pimpi say, and then I so. Or say cap ni ho and say and he say this side and so ye bet me move numbers na kosoro. That was the supporting opinion from the NPP Attorney General, trying to protect the Chief Justice, trying to pave way for them to add more judges. He knows that at least we are supposed to have about 10 including the Chief Justice, making it 11. No? Or say no, even though we know, say, morally, the Constitution, the framers knew, say, in the future, even though there's no cap, no? Or say, even though you Nanso and say we are not under any rule. Emrebia and Chechire say you use 10 in the Supreme Court. This is Godfred. Into also who the MPP now with Jimmy. Now go to the next paragraph. Yanko for more. Now it says this. The framers of the Constitution consciously envisioned the need not to impose an upper limit on the number of justices of the higher court of the land, providing the opportunity for an increase as many as may be necessitated by the demand for justice. Thus, in the absence of a constitutionally determined upper threshold of the number of justices of the Supreme Court, the determination of the number of justices serving on the court at any point in time would be a function of the administration of justice and the need of the court. Given
okay, abusia we ne ensema ekoso ewo political highway. So Godfred damene ensema the tuja and right now I reflect say John Dramani Mahama the oil no kwan so ano no. Wa betray eye afenyo markings ne eye Chief Justice Torkorno. John Dramani Mahama say on appointing new judges, more judges, Supreme Court, or here more judges, and only Kevin Taylor and a Kokotini. But I must some JP and a Kokotis are audio at the my APOG Media. So, but I must say.